So today we're making this crock pot cheeseburger soup, and to get started you just want to get your potatoes peeled and your carrots peeled, and then we're just going to dice these potatoes up into small cubes, and then we're going to grate our carrots up. So I love that I can go ahead and get this going in the morning time, and it can be cooking through the day. And then about 45 minutes before you want to eat, you can add your other ingredients, and it's just nice, a quick meal to put together. It can be doubled. I've done that when we've had people coming over, and it fits really nicely in a crock pot that way, and you can just have it ready, and you can do a lot ahead of time, so that's great. So we want to just get these potatoes cut up into little bite-sized pieces. That way they'll cook nice and evenly, and also when you bite into them, you don't have such big pieces of potatoes. And once we get our potatoes cut up, we are going to grate our carrots. My kids don't love cooked carrots in recipes, but they really like this, and I think the grated carrots just gives it a really nice texture. So we're just going to go ahead and get our potatoes and our carrots in the crock pot, and we're going to go ahead and get an onion chopped up nice and fine, and we're going to put that in there as well. Now we're going to go ahead and add our broth. I've got several jars of broth in my fridge, so I'm just going to start adding those. I added about 3 cups, and that wasn't enough, so I went ahead and added some more there at the end. You can use chicken broth for this, or you can use beef broth. Those both work really good. And so I'm going to get my seasonings in there. I'm using basil and oregano and parsley and salt, and then we're going to do garlic powder and onion powder in there as well. So that way all the vegetables will get seasoned as they are cooking. So now I'm going to go ahead and get this turned on high because I'm going to be cooking it for about 4 to 5 hours. If you wanted to do it on low for about 6 to 8 hours, you could do that as well. Now it's the afternoon. My potatoes are all cooked and soft, and so I'm going to go ahead and get my meat cooking to go in there as well. So this is a pound or so of ground beef, and I'm just going to brown this up really good, and then I'm going to add it to the crock pot, and then we're going to get ready to make our roux, or it's kind of like a gravy to thicken it up. Now, if you like extra meat in yours, feel free to go ahead and put like 2 pounds of ground beef in there. That would be really good also. Alright, so now we're going to make our roux, and I've got some butter here melting in my skillet. I've got about 3 tablespoons of butter. You just want to get that completely melted, and then we're going to add in about 1/4 cup of flour, and we're just going to mix that together and let it cook together for about a minute or so, just to kind of cook the flour taste out of it, and then we will add our milk to it. Alright, so now it's time to add our milk, and I've got 2 cups of 2% milk here. You could use whatever type of milk you want to. That's just what I'm using. So I'm going to put that milk in there, and you don't necessarily have to cook this so much. You just kind of want to get the milk warmed up and the flour and butter just kind of all dissolve together. And then once you put it in with your soup, it will just help thicken everything up. Alright, so we're just going to get everything stirred up really well, and then I'm going to grate some cheddar cheese. You want about 2 cups of cheddar cheese here. Stir that in, and then we're going to let this cook for another 20 or 30 minutes, and then it'll be ready to serve. And at this point, it's good to taste it and just see if it needs any extra added salt and pepper, and go ahead and put that in. So now it's finished and all ready to be served up, and we like to eat ours with a little bit of sour cream on top, and sometimes I'll make some biscuits or breadsticks to go with it. Today the kids just had it with some crackers, and I just had mine with a little bit of sour cream, and it was super good. So hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much for watching.